Paul, yeah. Oh, 6:14. I got about 10 minutes. Yeah. Now, I wanted to look at some of these other houses. Right. The Art and Society, 980 to 1420. Yes. Now, it's really kind of interesting that there has been some architectural changes over the last 2,000 years. Immediately after the year 1000. Yes. Now, in those churches, especially venerated by King Robert, Orleans, Saint Benoit, Saint Martin de Tours, yes, the same spirit reigned everywhere. In the libraries adjoining the study center that enjoyed the sovereign's patronage. Now, these sovereign kingdoms that don't want the sovereign kingdom of Jesus. He didn't want to rent me your castles and palaces. I have a real difficulty with those in royal families that don't acknowledge the sovereign. I think you are. Let's say that I can prove that quite a few different royal families throughout Europe, yes, bought into the concept that we're going to use children as a communication system so that you can be on them. And it's such that my wife and a few of my relatives convinced you that you're going to pay. Yes, because you got to have your dogs, and your dogs are more important than the rights of citizens. Now, there's a couple different ways that I can convince you that you're going to give me your. Why don't you just plan on spending a few decades in hotels? It'll be nice. You do some swimming. You can order room service. Now, a lot of this, yes, authority during the coronation festivities with the oratories that he protected. Here and there, motifs borrowed from antiquity, meticulously preserved or faithfully reproduced, because they were considered examples of perfect beauty, were used to create the backdrop of Christian religious services. Seems like there's a lot of artwork that involves Christianity. Yes. Are there any royal families throughout? Um, I think you have some liability for my rights being violated and paying for all the so suffering shows because you had, well, the year 1000 might not seem that significant considering it's 2019. Yeah. I know that you would say that we're going to get to the year 3000 because you're the queen of whatever royal family. And your whole idea is that the planet is going to allow for, well, if in my life, 70 years from now, 1.38% actual growth of the population, yes, approximation, but we can get an actual estimation. By the year 2100, 2090, we're going to be at 15 billion people. Now, if you use the rule of 72, when you get to 15 billion, yes, it's going to be 30 billion in the year 2200. Then we're going to use the rule of 72. It's going to be 60 billion in the year 2300. Right. Now, just using today's population growth, yes. Who was it that said we're going to go to the one child rule? The Chinese just changed their whole ruling. You can actually have two children in China. It seemed that somebody, well, they disliked having girls because of their culture. Yes. hmm But they realized no, girls are important. They're important for having additional children. They have a large population in China. There's approximately 1.45 billion Chinese persons. Yeah. Now, just looking at it, I mean, exponentially increasing. Yes. We're going from 7.5 to 15. Yes. 2100. 15 to 30. Yes. 2200. Yeah. yes, yes. 30 to 60, 2300. Mm-hmm. 60 to 120 at 2400. Yes. 240 billion at 2500. Yeah. A trillion persons are going to live on planet Earth in the year 2600. Yes, they are. And then it starts going up. Now we're going to use legislation to cull the population. Yeah. Now we're at 2600. Yeah, that's 1 to 2, 2 to 4, 4 to 8. Yeah, we're going to be at 10 billion as a humanity in the year 3000. And you don't think it's special that from the year 1000 to 2000 that you didn't want to rent? You didn't want to rent your castle. I'm thinking you do.